Hello, and welcome to Homegrown Urban Homestead. Today we're going to cover off on a few things about stopping predators from getting into your chicken coop or run. Have your attempts to stop predators getting into your chicken house been a little bit paltry up to this point? Today we'll show you a couple of tips on potentially how to detect where foxes can get through. So stay with us. Let's get cracking. So today we're going to talk about predator proofing, or at least fox proofing, your chicken run and your chicken coop. Looking at what you might perceive as sufficient protection or fencing to stop foxes getting into your chicken run or your chicken coop. What you have in your mind about what the size of the fox is and the size of hole that it would probably be able to get through. You might think between like a cat and a dog size, maybe, or like a small dog. Where in actual fact, because of the physiology of the fox, the head diameter is more closely resembling a tennis ball.
So if a fox can get their head through a hole, the rest of their body can then follow through and get into the space. They are clever little creatures. As long as their head gets through, they're in the coop. And when you think of a fox, you might have a picture in your mind of something between the size of a cat and a dog, kind of large. However, their actual heads are pretty small and slim, and you might want to picture something more like a tennis ball for holes in your coop that foxes can get through.
So we're going to do a bit of a test today to see where this tennis ball can come through. Obviously not anyone can get a hold of a fox skull. But today we're just going to do a bit of a test on our run and our coop to see where this humble tennis ball can get through, if at all. And then that is just a good indicator that if the tennis ball can get through, a little critter like a fox can probably get through. Now, why we're using a tennis ball is the size comparison, and obviously this is a lot more easily to get your hands on than a fox skull. But a lot of people might have a tennis ball laying around or something similar in terms of size. So yeah, we're going to do a bit of a test around our chicken run and chicken coop today to see if this can get through, and therefore maybe a little critter can get through too.
Yeah.
Come join us.
You at home might like to do a similar test, get a tennis ball and see if there are any little cracks, nooks or crannies around the chicken coop that a fox can get into. And keep your chicken safe. Now the other point is we know full well that our run is not fox proof. I mean, it's a little bit, it would deter them,
yeah,
but they could get in.
Yeah.
However, when it's the evening,
of an evening, we put our chickens away into their coop. Well, they go back in there themselves, and then I just close the main door, or we close the main door. And
usually,
so the coop itself is burrow proof, I would say. It's pretty well fortified all around the edges, rocks, logs, bricks. Yeah, I guess we can have a look at this temporary fencing, which is only made out of plastic. Obviously, look, does not fit. However, there's obviously a huge risk of a fox chewing through this plastic and getting through anyway. So not a fantastic test scientifically, of course, but at least the tennis ball wise, does not fit. Does not fit, does not sit. We are in the planning stages of doing a more permanent fence. We're going to do cemented, treated poles, and then galvanized steel all around the perimeter. Now, we do have a bit of a gate at the back here, which provides probably our most significant hole in our back fence. So we can have a look. Nope. That's a pretty good indicator. Although there is probably pretty strong chance of it burrowing under there. Yeah, that's probably a pretty strong indicator that with a tiny little bit of digging, it could probably get under there. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about that. Now, this is one of our side gates, which, you know, there's a potential for a fox going down a suburban street and then trying to get into our backyard via one of our front gates as well. Let's have a look. Nope. That's pretty good. You're okay. Now, question is, can they jump? I'm pretty sure they can, but how high? It's a great question. No, I think we're good. Ooh, that's close. But no. Yeah. I think we're okay for this one as well. Stopping predators from getting into your hen house. Hello. No, I'm not a predator. I'm friend. Friend. Yes, friend. Well, I give you your food and water, and I change out your coop regularly. So I'm pretty sure I'm your friend. To be or not to be, that is the question. Hey!
And we wish you the best of luck in fox-proofing or predator-proofing your chicken coop. Let us know what type of predators you have going on.
Yeah. And if you've done anything else to potentially predator-proof your run or your coop, say for example some top cover for some birds of prey.
Yeah. We're very lucky here in South Australia that birds of prey are not such a big problem for backyard chooks. Thanks for watching.
And remember to like,